Hello, Virgo. It's umomgtarot, and this is your someone secretly talking about you tarot card reading. Let's have a look at the astrology reading cards and figure out who we're talking about, who I'm talking about on your behalf, and then we'll do a tarot card spread and figure out what's all going on with the talking. All right. If you'd like your own personal reading, check out the description. There's a link to my website. And here's your first card. Here we go. Ooh, Aries to start. This person is giving us an Aries vibe. And so the energy around you is dynamic, spontaneous, crusading impulsive action is likely. Fire sign, bit of a reputation, but let's wait. Let's ease up. Let me, so you can see it. Your next card is, oh my God, these two, they're like the opposite of each other. They're just as passionate, emotional, but this one's more like I'm passionate, angry, and this is more like I'm passionate, hissy fit. Okay, so the energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. So wait, I should word that better, because Aries is more passionate, like I'll fight you. Whereas Cancer is like, you've pushed me to the point where I'll fight you. We've taken different avenues to get to that place of fight or flight. Right? I think Aries is a little shorter of a road. And finally, you have Libra energy. Look at you, Virgo. You're giving us new signs. I feel like you guys have zested it up, met some new people, and shuffled things around. So good for you. This energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. Okay. So you have a person who, this person that's talking about you has a little bit of an impulsive track record. They may say some things that they regret because, again, impulsive reaction. You reacted before you learned everything. You're emotional. Okay, so this person has that Cancer energy and Aries energy, which makes them reactive, and they're going to go and say something, do something ridiculous as a knee-jerk response, whereas Cancer is like, I'm at my breaking point. Emotional, moody. So that combination, we know what we're getting. We know what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a lot, actually. And I feel like this allotness really does kind of highlight the balance that this person wants in their life. They want somebody who either can accept that part of them. Cancer energy usually wants somebody that can accept their ugly side. Aries, the same thing. Can you accept me when I'm turning into a Tasmanian devil in the mouth and going, and then I just let off the steam and I'm cool? Like, can we balance? Can we find some sort of complementary energy? And I feel like this is like a struggle for this person to find balance all the time because of their moods and their fluctuating moods, So Libra energy, this person is looking for their match. They're looking for their partner. They're looking for that balance. And that may come in so many different forms. And they also have to make sure their partner is looking for the same thing in return. So we also have a little dosage of this person is conflicted between the whole Mars and Venus energy. Mars being the more aggressive energy, and it's like this person's conflicted between being the lover and being the fighter, and they bounce back and forth. One day they're lovey-dovey, the other days they're combative, but it's usually coming from the same intensity. Let's have a look at the Tattoo Tarot and see what in the hey this person's talking about when it comes to you. Oakley Dokes. Here we go. We've given it quite a bit of a shuffle here. And here's your first card. This person is talking about the growth, the potential of the relationship. So, I guess you're moving towards something with this person. Their moods may be what's in question for you, eh? Because, it's not stable. The big moods, it's coming off like the big grandiose, behavior. It's like, oh, we'll just land everything. We'll break up. Blah, blah. Like, oh, fine, I'll move all my stuff out right now. It seems like a lot. So we have the Seven of Coins here, and it has this person talking about the future, long term. Seven of Coins, what is it that we're tangibly growing together at this moment? Can we continue to do this long term? Is what they're thinking about. That's what they're questioning. Okay, and they're talking about that relative to you. We see the Two of Wands. We see a longing to want to stay available to see what's out there. So there might be a 1 foot out the door type vibe coming from this person. It's like they're not necessarily trying to compare you to someone else in particular, but maybe just the idea of it all. And this could lead to some really impulsive results, because Two of Wands is like, I want to do this. You're like holding me back from going out there and being this marvelous player. And it's like, if you step out there, you're gone. You know that. It's like, I know, but like, can I just see you? Like, I just want to see how I would do, but I don't want to actually. But you know, you playing games. Your head is somewhere where it shouldn't be as far as relationships and duality. It's upside down. You got it backwards. You got it twisted. So I feel like this person, as much as they're curious about what the future could bring with you, it's like, are you going to put that in jeopardy? Are you questioning? Are you talking about what you should do, how to maneuver this? I feel like that's what they're doing. They're just talking about these feelings or these emotions or these things that they want to do. And it feels like just one of those, like, we've been at it for so long, I just kind of wonder what's out there. So it could be innocent. Or it could be something that they expand on. But let's keep going. We got the Nine of Coins here, and the Nine of Coins is in reverse. It's starting to feel more like this person is thinking that they're being held back, or they would be better. They want to see what it's like to be the individual. Nine of Coins is a successful individual who is recognized as self-sufficient and helpful to teams, and a leader and an achiever, and all is well because of that, especially on the lifestyle front. So work's going well, health is well, you're responsible generally, and things are progressing in the way that you want. So this person is kind of like in the same vein of looking towards their future with you, having kind of a foot out of the door. I feel like you would know who this person is at this point. Like, who's this person that, like, they're kind of in it, but they're kind of, like, they have a wandering eye, or they're still kind of like not talking about certain things. They start still kind of curious about what else, you know, and you know it when you feel like you don't know everything, like you're afraid to ask almost. And the Nine of Coins here is this person's like maybe even stuck, or it's a longer transition because of that earthy energy. With the Nine of Coins, they might be like stuck to their singular habits, their individualistic habits. And again, highlighting why they would be talking about somebody they want balance with. Because you, as a sign, will want your independence and time alone as well. So that might work with them. But depending on how much, I mean, we are dealing with coins. So we have earthy energy. And that's, you know, aligning with your sun sign, or whatever sign is connected to Virgo for you. So that's a good thing. But this feels like a longer, slower brew type idea that this person has. It's like, so it makes me wonder, like, well, so then what is out there? What are you curious about? I feel like it's just a mood. It's a mood. It's a feeling. It's a grass is greener syndrome type thing. That's what I think. But let's keep going. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of what you're talking about. What are you tiggity talking about when it comes to this Virgo? What is this Aries, Libra, Cancer-like thing talking about when it comes to Virgo? All right, strength, long endurance. Again, we're still talking about length of time. So this may be a long-term, this may be a marathon, not a sprint. A marathon, not a sprint. Marathon, not a sprint. I don't know if that lines up. Jog, not a sprint, but I don't know. Anyways, we have the strength card here, and this is associated with Leo energy. So now suddenly we have a little bit more arrogance in the mix. So what they're talking about you is like the length of the relationship. So how long you've been together. And I feel like this could represent it could represent their emotional intelligence that they developed. So they're familiar with you, and they're used to you, and they know your quirks, and you know theirs. So they're bringing that up, and that's valuable to them. And that's like, it's something that you can't just get when you meet somebody else randomly. It takes time, and that's the special thing that they care about when it comes to you. That's what they find to be balancing or helpful in them finding what it is they're looking for. Then we have the Ace of Swords. I feel like this person is on the brink or on the verge of thinking about things differently. I think they just need some reflection and realization. Again, emotional intelligence. That's digging deep right there. I feel like this person starts off like wondering about, and maybe they have a change of heart, because it looks like we're still talking about over time how things change, or over time how they feel, and them assessing that over time. How they feel about you, where they want to be. Do I want to be single over time? Like, do I want to eventually be single at the end of the day? Like, they're thinking about these long-term things and where you fit in. And I think what starts out as like a little like resentful, like, oh, if like I could, you know, I kind of want to go to, you know, try some stuff like that you might not be cool with, but you know. But I feel like there's strength in the emotional intelligence and maybe understanding each other, and maybe they feel like they couldn't mention something or they couldn't bring something up, and you might be cool with it. You might be fine with it. Like if they have some sort of kink or some freak needs or whatever. I didn't mean to say freak that many times. You know, but either way, we have somebody thinking differently. Ace of Swords, a new thought process, or reversing a thought process that is already in play. And usually with the swords, this is a little bit more of a conflicting thought process. So I feel like Ace of Swords is indicating that a change of heart, or like a change of the way that they think about things when it comes to you. So I don't know if that means that they'll be like, well, how about, you know, we start using toys? And instead of going to go find somebody else, they've created a jungle freak in their own bedroom with you by being honest. So then, you know, okay, well, I don't really need to put my foot out there, you know. You know, so we're using toys now. So we're using beads, or whatever the... You know, I shouldn't have went in this route, but we do have that whole Mars-Venus thing going on, so we are talking relationships. So it could be beads. Yeah, this person just needs to talk to you about this stuff. Showing up in our readings and whatnot. We're trying to keep it clean up in here. Or we have the Four of Coins also indicating that this person is holding back information. They want to do something. They want to think differently. They want to change something up, and they want to really still appreciate that emotional intelligence and the fact that you guys know each other, familiar with each other, and have been through trials and tribulations with each other. But again, there's that urge right there, that little fiery urge, that little impulsive fiery urge that makes them angry, kind of, that makes them just be like, you know what, blah, blah, blah. Diarrhea of my mouth. Yeah, it's almost like natural curiosity. It's like, you know, when you're in a relationship for so long, you wonder, well, would I have been? And you'll never know unless you like step out, right? Or you tell your partner, and then your partner gets worried and concerned, and then they want to bail, and then you're like, no, I was just joking. So it is a tricky thing to touch on. But again, hoping that the emotional intelligence will have this person able to communicate with you what their needs are. Because you could even be dealing with somebody that you're in a new relationship and they don't think that you're capable of this, or that you want that, and they just assume instead of just discussing it with you. Feels like this person needs to do that. You got the Three of Cups here, mutual friend. Oh, let's hope a mutual friend irons out the kinks of what you don't know, because there's like an emotional investment by somebody else involved in the situation. Possibly not even for the best, you know. There might be a meddling thing. It might be a trickle down information type thing where they tell mutual, and mutual accidentally mentions it to you or them or whatever. But feels like somebody else might relay this information, and that would kind of explain like a change of heart or a change of way of looking at things. It could even just be some advice from a third party, some wise advice, because Cups usually spiritual. I know this card is in reverse, but it feels like rather than the advice given being kind of questionable because this card's in reverse, it feels like it's like inadvertent advice from someone that's like a mutual, or somebody else that's outside of the circumstance that makes this person think differently. I think this person, yeah, I mean, we're allowed to have doubts at times, you know. We're allowed to have doubts, you know, especially at any stage of a relationship. We're allowed to be like, well, I wonder what it'd be like some other type of alternate reality. Maybe, should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I step out? Should. And then you snap back to reality when your friend's like, excuse me, I just ate from a dumpster last night. You get a home-cooked meal. You're right, bruv. I really should appreciate what I have. We out here in the trenches, in them Sangle trenches. Well, you're out there being like, well, I don't know, maybe I want to go out there. And it's like, why would you want to eat from a dumpster? Why? What are you doing? What game are you playing? What kind of sick game? 9 of coins. Alright, it's 8 of coins. Yeah, so this person, I mean, it's like the advice gives itself. You need to stay focused. If you're cross-watching, you need to stay focused on what it is you're doing, on what it is you have going. Stay focused on that. Don't deviate from the protocol. Don't try to switch it up and be all impulsive just because you're all moody and emotional and like change up the moods and stuff like that just because you're having a bad day. Like, don't take it out on your partner. You find some balance, damn it. If you want balance, you need to find it in yourself. If you're cross-watching, I just told you off, okay? But yeah, treat your Virgo properly. Because they don't want too much. They don't bother too much, you know? They just want somebody who'll leave them alone and not ask too many questions. and sometimes they can get an argument. You can get into an argument and not take it personally. So this person's giving typical doubt. You know what? If they don't bring it up, just don't bring it up. Just be like, oh, yeah, ha, what's for dinner, right? So there it is. That is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, share the video, and if you'd like your own personal reading, check out the description. There is a link to my website as well as a link to my Etsy shop. And yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.